Hey, what's up guys? It's Mason, and in this video, I'm going to break down my entire automated appointment follow-up process that helps me get really high show-up rates and makes it easy for me to actually close clients. It's a fully automated process. I'm going to break down the back-end automations, and I'm going to walk through from start to finish how a client books a call and how I actually close them and how I even send my whole onboarding invoice automation flow as well. So let's just jump right into the video. All right, so we're on my website homepage right now. This is where a prospect is going to land. Let's go ahead and book a call. So we'll get redirected to a Calendly page immediately. We're going to go ahead and put in a time. Let's put in my name, put in all my details here. Yes. All these qualification questions are super helpful. Amazing. So I'm going through the process right now. I'm going to schedule. All right, so this is the page that they land on after booking a call. It says, great news, your call's been scheduled. Before your call, follow the steps below. Step 1, watch this video. So there's a video right here. I'm not going to go through it, but it is just a basic video saying, hey, thanks for booking a call. I really appreciate you taking the time to fill out all the questions I had on the page before. Here's just a couple quick things before our actual call, and I really just go over the steps down below. I want them to go to their calendar, ideally Google if that's their email address or where they have their business email hosted. Just hit yes right here to confirm and add to their calendar. We want them to confirm the call, and then I'm going to say reply to my email. So I'm going to send them an automated email within a few minutes, and if they don't see the email, they should check the spam. Just really trying to make a little touch point. And it helps me if they reply to that email, because that guarantees that I'll land in their inbox when I send them other emails down the line. So if I do any long-term nurturing, stuff like that, it will ensure that I land in the inbox. And that's something that we want for sure. Down here, I have some testimonials, I have some reviews, just basic stuff. And then I have a thing to go read through the case studies if they want to do that. But yeah, just a nice clean thank you page. And this triggers pixels right here. So you'll see that it triggers the call, it triggers lead, triggers page view. It's not going to trigger on my end because I have shields up on Brave browser. But yeah, this is great. I use HighRoast for all my tracking, and it is the best thing that you could possibly do when it comes to advertising and just improving your tracking, improving your results. I'll do a video on that later. But a lead comes in. What does it actually look like inside of the CRM, and what is happening on the back end with some of our automations? Let's dive into that right now. So this is what it looks like inside of the actual CRM. This is the example that we did. You'll see I already have some message history here because I've used this in the CRM before, but it has all this basic information here. It has the business name, the business website, contact source. There's going to be some AI research that go ahead and populates here, but then you're also going to see that we have this make integration with a bunch of stuff set up, and there's something running right now. So right now you see that there's something running, and what it is whenever a new call is booked, a new lead comes in through a very specific automated sequence inside of high level. In this case, it's called Hatch for my high level white label instance. It triggers this, and then it fires through all these different AI prompts. So we have a company overview research prompt for Perplexity. We have a competitor analysis for Perplexity. And what Perplexity does is it goes out into Google, it searches, it could look at videos, it could look at a ton of information, and just really harness a bunch of data that we could use in further prompts, which we do here. We have an industry trend analysis, we have a target market analysis. This is a summarizer. It's not labeled here, but it just summarizes everything that it gets from here to help it digest easier down here. We have an ICP definition, so we want to define the ICP for the client that came in. We have offer refinement, so we want to go through and look at all the information and come up with an offer, refine the offer, come up with some nice angles we could actually go after. We have copywriting generation, so we write copy for the Facebook and Instagram ads. We have a design brief creation stage 1. We have a quality check for the design brief, and then we have a final design brief output, and then everything gets sent over to go high level inside of the actual contact area right here. You'll see that we also have the notifications happening. So this email notification just took place. It says, hey Mason, thanks for booking a meeting with me. Please reply, I'll be there, to this email to confirm your call. I'm really looking forward to learning more about freelancing.llc and its goals. I'm also excited to showcase my expertise and push you in the right direction. Advertising on Facebook and Instagram can truly be a growth catalyst when you have the right partner backing you. In case you missed it, here's a link for our call on January 15, 2025, 11 7:30 East, and it has the Calendly link right here. So it's just a reminder email, and I really want people to reply, I'll be there. And let me show you some of the automations on the back end so you see how this gets triggered and how we actually have the flows set up. Okay, so you see here we have the strategy session, booked appointment, nurture automation. So we have a couple triggers. The main one is fired by the tag being added, the booking sequence tag. We also have a customer booked appointment, but I'm not using the high level internal calendars anymore. I'm just using the Calendly stuff. So it gets assigned to me. We add more tags. These are just basic tags like master marketing list, SMS opt-in, just all these different tags so we know what they're opted into down the line if we needed to do any SMS blast or anything like that. Move to book call stage. So we move it to a specific stage in here inside the new lead funnel. We move it to call booked because we know they've booked a call at that point. We have the webhook fire. The webhook is what triggers this whole automation right here. And I'll show you the completion results of this in a minute. We have remove from no-show automation. So we have all these other automations. They just get removed from. It's pretty straightforward. We want to format the date and time. So we take the date and time from the meeting start time Eastern, which is automatically filled via Zapier automation, which I could go through in a second right after the call actually gets booked. Event start time. So we set the event start time. This is like set a hard event start time that we could use inside of the automation right here. And this helps for sending the text messages down the line, which I'll get to in a minute. We have wait 1 minute. So whenever the lead comes in, it does all this stuff and then it waits 1 minute. So we don't want to send the email right away. We want to send it like slightly delayed. Appointment confirmation email that gets sent. We have the template already made. Hi, first name, please confirm your appointment, exclamation point. That is sent from me. Wait 2 hours to reply. So we're trying to get a reply to that email. It'll wait 2 hours. If the contact replies, it adds 5 points for the modified contact engagement score. It moves to confirm call because they've confirmed the call. We've gotten a reply. It waits 1 hour and it sends an email with my story, kind of just going over some stuff about what I've done in the past. It has an image in there as well. And then 30 minutes before, it sends them a message. And this is why we set the event earlier. So we set the event start time earlier, and this sends a text message 30 minutes before the actual meeting. And this is what that text message looks like. Hey, contact first name, reminder for our call in 30 minutes. Here is the link to join the Google Meet, and it has the Calendly meeting link right there. Let me know if you have any questions. Mason Boroff, Dancing Chicken Media. So just a basic text message, just trying to confirm and remind them about the appointment that's coming very shortly. What happens if they don't reply to the email though? So we will send them a text message right away. So if they don't reply to this email, we send them a text message 2 hours later and it says, hey, contact first name. This is Mason Boroff from Dancing Chicken Media. Thanks for booking an appointment. I'm really looking forward to learning more about your business and its goals. Please reply. I'll be there to this text message to confirm your call. So we're just trying to get them to reply. That's it. We want them to reply to either the email or the text message, right? Because what you need to understand is if contacts aren't replying to these things, they're probably not going to show up to the meeting. I do have people show up, but usually if they're not replying to this stuff, they're not going to show up to the meeting. And typically you have to reach out to them, call them at that time. And it just takes a little bit more to actually get them on the phone. We're looking for people who are on top of it, reply, they accept yes on the actual meeting thing, like we had on the thank you page. And they're just much better prospects. That's really what we're looking for at the end of the day. But we have this, it waits 2 hours again. If they reply, then it adds 5 points, moves to confirm call, and then it goes through the same sequences where it sends the story and all that stuff. Right here, if they don't reply, it moves to unconfirmed call, just so we have it in a different pipeline stage. We could double check it and just go look at that lead a little bit more to see if it's worth our time and what we could actually do to confirm that call. Then again, it'll wait 1 hour, send the story email, even if they don't confirm. And then 30 minutes before, it'll still send that message. I've experimented by adding other text messages like before, like 1 day before, stuff like that. But I find this setup right here, it works the best. I like it. It doesn't spam them too much either. And it kind of gives them some context beforehand of what everything is about. So that's worked pretty well. So we have this whole Calendly intake form as well. So when people actually come in via Calendly, this is through a Zapier. This is what sends everything to high level and formats it. We have this EST time formatter, PST time formatter. This just sets the time based off the Calendly, the Calendly invite time, and this is really helpful for high level and just setting the fields inside of there without using the high level forms internally. You know, we're using Calendly to actually book everything, so this helps just to have these time fields be relevant and be very easily to manipulate. And we also have a Slack notification. So we send all this stuff via Slack. You know, we have all this information right here. It just makes it easy to get all the information in Slack and have that notification. And then here with Lead Connector, which is high level for anyone that uses any backend linking like Zapier or Make, it adds or updates the contacts. So it gets all the information from Calendly, sends it over. We use Firecrawl, which is a pretty cool tool. If I could type Firecrawl. This is just like a website scraper. So you could go in and scrape websites, get information from websites, and it's really great just for LLM data and just using it for AI and everything like that. So we have that set up. It scrapes the page, it plugs into ChatGPT, and then it updates it again. And that's pretty cool because we could just get all these different AI things and AI summaries. So this was the AI summary right here from Zapier that we just took a look at. It went and summarized the business based on the website and looked at all the content on the website to really understand what it was about. Super, super helpful. And then we have all of this as well. So we have all the qualification questions, which is great. So this is all here, nice and neat and organized. But then we have a strategy generator. So everything you saw inside of here, inside of Make, this all populated in here, which is great. So it goes through the company overview. It does a bunch of research. We have the competitor analysis, so you could figure out the competitors, figure out all that stuff. Sometimes this isn't 100% accurate with the competitors, but it's just good information to have nonetheless. Industry trend analysis, so it talks about like emerging market trends, like all these things, really key, really helpful. Target market analysis, so it goes through all this stuff. And this is like what all of this does. So it's like there's a bunch of different prompts inside of here. And I'm not going to give away all the prompts right now just because it's a lot of information and it took a lot of time to put it together. But you could set up these prompts, guys, and just make everything really clear, really straightforward. I just used AI to make these prompts and you could define it for whatever you need. You know, I'm really trying to do this for design briefs because I want to make it easier for my designers to have better briefs, and just I'm using all these different AIs to just research stuff and get a ton of content, ton of relevant data. And you can see here, it just makes really nice design briefs. It creates 6 different briefs, 6 different concepts that my designer could just go ahead and start making. And this is really helpful, especially when we're onboarding clients, because now instead of having to do the work kind of backwards, it's like everything's already done. I'm just waiting for them to pay. Now we have this whole onboarding automation too, which is pretty cool. So we have this right here where it's a Google form, and I just fill this out and it'll automatically send me an email that I could send out to a client. And within a couple minutes, I could already have a client just filling out stuff, paying without me having to do much. So I type in the client name here. For this, we'll do an example for my name. We'll do $2,000 for the retainer amount. And this will automatically populate inside of a contract and everything. So we're going to submit that. And for all my agreements, I use e-signatures. It's super easy. You load up some credits once, and it makes it very, very simple to send out agreements, link it up with Zapier, Make whatever you need. And yeah, I have a full-blown agreement. It auto-populates the client name, it auto-populates the pricing, all that stuff. And it makes it really easy for just sending agreements, getting clients to sign, and just having a really easy agreement system. No need for like PandaDoc. DocuSign, all that stuff. You know, it's like this is a really easy, simple, cheap solution that works. And I've been using them for a while, over a year at this point. So pretty cool, pretty nice. And this is the automation for the whole invoicing and like onboarding process. So you get that Google form response, which I showed you. It looks like this. It's a really simple Google form setup right here. We have that all set up right here. And then it goes to Stripe. It creates a product. It creates a price. It creates a payment link. and then it creates a contract. And then from here, we use a formatter for the text, and this just go ahead and it formats the name for the client, and that makes it easy for creating folders and all that stuff. So we have this whole process. It even adds it back to high level, and it tags that person as a client, just so everything is really nice, neat, and organized. And then it sends me an email. All right, and right here is an example of what I actually get sent. So this automatically is sent to me through the whole Zapier automation you see right here. So this automatically sends me at this step. And pretty much what it does, it says needs to send to Mason Bora from freelancing.llc. And it has this whole little thing. I usually change this up and make this personal just based on what the client and I talked about. But this is just like a basic template I have here. But it has a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step process. And it has everything they need in order to get started. It has the whole agreement and everything like that. So if they open it up, they'll see the agreement. It has everything filled with like the specific number I had inside of this actual Google Sheet. So everything is pretty organized. There's even the whole onboarding form here, which is great. So it already has the whole onboarding thing for them to start and go through. This confirms their information, everything. Then they could even check out, pay the invoice with Stripe. Like everything is really easy for them to do. And I could send this within a couple minutes. So I just fill out this whole thing. I'll have it in my inbox, and then I just create a new email and send it over to them. Really professional. People love it because I could be on the call and send everything immediately, right? So they could honestly pay on the call if they are ready to go. It doesn't take me a ton of time to make a whole proposal, anything like that. And all these automations combined, it's like they crush it, guys. They're amazing. Having all the AI business research going to a call. So when somebody books a call, all of this information gets filled out immediately. Like, it takes a couple minutes for the make integration to go through all these steps, but whenever a new lead comes in, I get all this information. So I go into the call, I could take a look at this, all the contract and invoice stuff that gets filled out here as well, which is really cool. So you could see it's like the contract URL, the first month payment link, the Google Drive folder. So I could go in here at any time and check this and look at this link, see if somebody's paid. I could go look at the Google Drive folder and see if their contacts or their contents there. I could look at everything. So it's all really straightforward. I have all the Calendly information. I have an automation that automatically populates the meeting notes. So whenever I have a meeting, it automatically takes it from Fathom and posts the meeting notes here, which is great. So I have all this information as a resource just to really help close the deal and just have as much information as possible and keep it super organized. Whereas most people, they're on the back foot trying to research on the call, do things like that. I already have everything at my disposal. I have everything set up for success, and it really helps me a lot when I'm trying to close leads, close deals, and just make some money at the end of the day. But hopefully you learned something from this video. All these automations are super helpful. I'm going to make some more videos going over things like this. I'm going to go over some of my sequences as well, even like my war map template. I want to go over this so you guys can understand how to make a war map and just fill out your year, fill out your goals. And I think we'll do this together on a call or in a meeting, and we will crush all this stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Join the Discord group. That is where we're going to be doing a lot of live stuff, like going over the war map and really just trying to build each other up and just learn as much as possible about advertising, about growing businesses, about funnels, automations, all that good stuff. If you want to learn about how I am going to get to $100,000 per month consistently, where I have people paying me that every single month, then join my Discord group. You're going to see everything right in front of your eyes, and you will pick up a lot of good information along the way. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. Take it easy. Peace.